Check. K6USY Delta Mike 06.
WA6AJ, A6S, over.
You're a little bit off frequency, K6USY.
Yeah, you must be. K6USY, A6S, I'll come up a little. Is that better? K6USY, A6S.
Hey, you're getting there. Yeah, you might need to come up a little bit more. And yeah, my rig's been on all day, and I'm locked into the GPS. So yeah, just keep listening to my voice. But hear you on frequency up here in Fresno, K6USY.
Yeah, your GPS is probably off there. K6USY, A6S. You good signal. You're S9.
Yeah, it must be, well, a combination of a good bounce and whatever direction you got your antennas pointed.
Well, all four of them are pointed right up your backside.
Yeah, and my one is pointed at Mikey's house.
Understand. Anyway, you're loud and clear here. The preamps and all that crap are cranking, and hopefully they're working. I'll see if I can work some of the other guys, especially Ralph there in L.A. I was hoping Mike could be on here, but I haven't heard AAJ and haven't talked to him today. A6USY, back to you there in A6S.
Yeah, you're the first person I've heard on frequency. I know Mikey's got his rig on because I'm listening to myself come through it, but he must have turned on the radio and then walked out of the barn and then is probably going to come back here in a couple minutes when the net starts.
After he gets him a T-bone steak or something, he'll be back.
Either that or a cookie.
Yeah, either pet the cats.
Yep, good deal. All righty, well, I'll stand by and we'll see if anybody else shows up on frequency. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Roger. Able 6 Sierra.
A6S. Good evening, Bill. You might want to turn over a Trascadero way. I think Ron said he would be in there tonight, so you might give him a shot. Over.
Yeah, want me to call him now?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead at 7:30 or so.
Oh, 7:32 now, I think, so I'll give him a call.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, 971.
Hello, 971.
Why, good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Dave. Are you getting anywhere with your breathing issues?
No, not really. Well, it's maybe. Yeah, it's a hurry up and wait game, Mike. I don't know. But, when they post, say you got to go in for tests, 2 or 3 months off before you can even get in for the test.
Well, that's great. They figure you'll either get over it or you'll die before they have to do the test, huh?
Exactly.
QUI,
I have no idea what you do.
W6QUI. Are you around there? And radio's on and everything, Ron? Go ahead.
K6USY 1079.
Hello, 1079 in your cohort there, 1100.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think she's in the other room finishing her dinner.
Okay. Can't hear Bill at the moment. Is he hooked up with you? W6QUI.
I could hear Bill in there still calling. But right now I don't hear anything.
Roger.
KC5, DTU 712.
Well, hello, 712.
Good evening, Michael and Nanette. How you doing up on the hill?
Well, not bad for a birthday.
Oh my goodness, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
39?
Yeah, for the third time.
Good for you, good for you.
We're standing by, Kerry. I'm ignoring you, but waiting for Bill to see if he can hook up with W6QUI down there.
Okay, I'll be standing by KC5, DTU.
What's your plans the rest of the week? How are you doing?
Tomorrow, well, I had an appointment today and one tomorrow. Thursday, early afternoon, I should be available and might try and make the run.
Okay, well, we'll play that by ear. We're here, of course.
Okay, yeah, I hear Bill in there, so I don't want to walk on him. KM6SRR.
KM6SRR. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Mike, and good evening, Terry. Good to hear you guys. Over.
Is your amp off, Rob?
Good to hear you in there.
What is your plans for Friday, Rob?
I was trying to tune you in better, and I got off there. What was the question again, over?
I couldn't copy that. I'll have to wait till we get better signals between us. You're pretty weak.
Yeah, I was going to ask him if he forgot to turn his amp on.
Bill's talking to somebody. wonder if Mike's in here. Mike, are you here, AJ? How about Frank, W6BBS? I'm sure not hearing Bill now. I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I was hearing bits and pieces, but I don't hear him right now either.
Now we need somebody in here with an antenna that can reach QUI. I can't ever hear him except under rare, weird conditions. Alpha 6 Sugar, what's going on, Bill? K6MYC.
Bill's in there again.
Yeah, I hear him, but I can't quite understand him. But he's talking to somebody. He must be talking to Ron.
He's talking to QUI. Hope to see you one of these days soon again. QUI. Hope to get that swamp meet whenever it is over there at Morro Bay or wherever they have it up there. Where the trees are there, where the microwave antennas, never know where it's going to be. But I hope to go over there this year. Been over there for a couple of years. W6QUI, AA6S, over. W6QUI. 73s, and I'll crank the antenna around so I can work.
I wonder if N6BYH is in here. How about it, Mike? WA6OIB. Did you get the amp turned on there, Rob? KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Roger, Mike. I had it on always, but I turned my antenna a little bit. You weren't on to me long enough for me to get a good peek, but I guess I got there. I should be louder now because you came way up. Over.
Yeah, you're off frequency though. You're a little bit high. You sound like a duck.
Is that any better?
That's no better.
Is that better?
No, you went way too low.
Okay, that's above what I first was talking there. Is that good?
Yeah, that's too high. What are you moving? What radio are you on?
I'm on the A2, MT736R.
It's way too high. Let me just give you some chatter, and you just tune me in so I sound right. KM6SRR, K6MYC, now beaming towards Santa Cruz.
That's probably as good as I'm going to get you where you sound right there. I don't have that good selectivity on here, or else I don't know how to get it fine-tuned.
Okay. You're on the Yaesu 736, right?
Roger.
Yeah, it's not right. You must have the RIT on or something. You're still too high. Aaron, can you tune him in there?
I can't hear him too good right now. He's not pointed in my direction, and yeah, I wonder. Well, I mean, it's entirely possible that radio's out of alignment.
Well, he still should be able to tune me, so it sounds good. But maybe he's got it in the 1 kilohertz step region, and he goes from one side of me to the other. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing through your radio. So, well, you know, the solution is he's got a 9700 sitting right there.
Yes, he does. Okay. Well, I haven't heard from Ron. We all know that Ron works QUI, and I've got QUI logged in, so we can let that go unless Bill checks in here. Alpha 6 Sugar, are you back, Bill? So maybe he's going north or going south so he can work the LA guys. All right, let me see if we got Tom in here. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. How about it, Tom?
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm here. A lot of warblies on the signal tonight.
Yes, I'm hearing the warblies on you as well. Over.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and since I don't have the LNA, the signals aren't real good, so not showing on my S-meter, so I'm not having much luck scanning around looking for you either.
No, I'm pointed at you. In fact, No, wait a minute. Where am I here? Can't even read this damn number here. 280. Let me come back. That's not right. There's 270 something. That should be pretty close.
Yeah, well, that kind of got rid of the warblies for me, at least on that short comment.
Yeah, you're just way down signal strength from normal. You're really weak here.
Yeah, I'm not getting the power that I should from this radio. I need to switch over to the ITOM. I think I've got a little too much coax between the amplifier and the radio on this path.
Now, what are you using for a driver?
Right now I'm on the TS2000.
Okay, and it's driving the W6PQL 600 watt amp?
Yeah, I think it might be through a 3dB attenuator as well. The 9700 drives it up to full current, but this one doesn't. But I've got quite a bit of coax, like 10 or 12 feet of coax between the radio and the amp with the TS2000, and I've got about 2 feet with the 9700.
Okay, well, I can copy you either way. It's just down from normal. No worries. How did your day go? And it probably warmed up a little bit more over there, right?
Oh, it was a beautiful day here today. We went and had lunch out on the wharf, and don't know really what else I did today, but seemed to do quite a bit. And looking forward to tomorrow, and Listened around on 6 meters a bit, never heard anything, so called CQ a few times on FT8, still didn't get anything, so I'm being spotted in the Midwest, but no one's responding.
Okay, did you point toward Europe? The band was open to Europe.
Yeah, I pointed towards Europe, kind of southern Europe. I didn't get clear up into the northern part. I've got a couple of states I was hoping for in New England, so I kind of was pointed at New England.
Yeah, okay. I could hear a lot of activity. It was very loud at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, and then it sort of tailed off. It was still pretty loud, but still was not as strong as it was earlier. I don't know who it was, though.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot tomorrow. I'm going to be home all day tomorrow, and I'll just turn the radio on, and every time I walk by, I'll look at the waterfall and see what's going on.
Yeah, I could only hear one side of the conversation, and it was always pretty loud, so I assumed that it was somebody stateside. I wasn't hearing a lot of signals. It was just a few signals, but the one I was hearing was quite loud. It might have been somewhere in Nevada or Utah or somebody calling toward Europe. I don't think I was hearing Europeans that strong. And again, I never heard anybody in the second period. Over.
Yeah, N5KO has a pretty potent station over here in Santa Cruz, and he's calling CQ on a pretty regular basis all day long.
Well, maybe that's who I'm hearing. I don't know.
And when I notice he's not calling CQ, I jump in and call CQ.
Okay, November 5 Kilo Oscar. Is that the call?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I called CQ down on 110 for several times and got no answers, so I gave up again. I didn't hear anybody anywhere on the band except on 313.
Yeah, and it hasn't been all that good on the West Coast here as far as looking at who's getting spotted. The East Coast has been pretty good, but not so much on the West Coast.
Okay. Well, we'll slide up into the Bay Area. We'll let you go and look for you tomorrow night. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow for you, and you'll be home all day, so you can. Again, it seems to be better early, probably before 10 o'clock. I would say the bulk of the activity is the strongest before 10 o'clock our time. Over.
Okay, well, I'll start long about 7 o'clock or so, starting to listen and call CQ to the east.
Okay. Very good. Well, good luck with it. I did get a call from Dave, WA6LOL, this morning, and he said the band was open to Europe. He was doing moon bounce. He was not hearing Europe, but he was seeing it being spotted. Over.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but then I was away most of the day today and just really turned the radio on about 5:30 or 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay. Too late for Europe. I can guarantee it. All right. See you tomorrow, and thanks for checking in here, Tom. KW6S, in case anybody else wants to chat. We're missing some of the regulars, but I don't know. I haven't heard Bill come back since he went and got a Tascadero. He didn't come back after that, so he apparently isn't turned up your way either. AA6S, K6MYC. Bill, are you here?
Yeah, K6MYC, AA6S. I'm pointed at you so I could break in. I didn't know you were going to kick it over to me. I'll have to head up to Tom. I want to check in Ralph and Ron both. Ralph had a good signal, real good signal this evening for some reason. Anyway, if Tom's here, I'll turn my antenna up towards him, and he'll have to head his towards me, Mikey. K6MYC, AA6S, over.
Okay. Tom, you might bump it down a little bit toward Bill in Visalia. He's pointed more or less your way now. KW6S with Alpha 6 Sugar waiting for you, K6MYC.
Hey, Mike, who did Bill get?
What's that, Rob?
Who did Bill get?
Ralph, number 3, K6TSK, and Ron, W6QUI, over.
Okay, copy that. Nobody else?
No.
Success, success. Still don't have my LNA up there. So I do have you pretty clear. I think you double with Mike as well, but with the antenna pointed down and the relay, I consider Mike just kind of surprised. And you success? You Mike.
When you're done listening to Bill, I have a question for you. Over.
You're talking to me, Ron, Rob?
Yeah, K6MYC, KM6SR. When you're done, I have a question for you. Over.
Roger. I think you could ask the question now because both Bill and Tom are very weak here, so I don't think we're bothering them. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, yeah, I was barely hearing Bill and not hearing Tom at all. So, I've looked all over this 736 and I can't find the RIT. Can you tell me where it is?
I don't know where it is, but for some reason I'm thinking it's on the left side of the main knob, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. It's been so long since I had a 736 in operation.
Okay, I guess I could try to look in the manual and see. Would it be called RIT?
RIT or receiver. Most of the time it's receiver incremental tuning or something equivalent to that. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. You're pretty much on frequency now. It seems to be drifting in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let me go into the Bay Area here. There's the Bay Area, QRZ Bay Area, Bozo Net, 1296. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie and company calling and listening.
K6MYC, KD6SOK. Good evening, Mike. Nice and strong. Over.
Yeah, good, Fred. KD6, let me see if I can get on the right line here. KD6SOK. K6MYC. Yeah, you're good copy here too, Fred. Go ahead.
Yeah, strong. Really good condition tonight on 1296. You're an S9, so very strong. Let's see. I heard you chatting about 6 meters a little bit today. I heard there might have been an opening earlier in the day, but of course I'm at work, so I didn't know if there was an opening or not. But this FT8 stuff is so infuriating because somebody texted me saying, "Oh, there's this opening," and I always have to ask, is it PON or is it FT8? Because if it's FT8, it doesn't count for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me either. I called CQ on 110 when we heard that it was open to Europe from this area. People in San Jose were calling Europeans. That's all I know. And it was relayed to me from Dave, WA6LOL. So that's and he's in Sonora, but he wasn't hearing him. He just was relaying what was going on, and he was noting it on the website. Okay. Well, you'll probably have to wait till the weekend, and hopefully there'll be still some activity there, Fred, for you on weekends. I think it's open stateside, too. There may be some E-skip that's linking into whatever. I don't know whether it's triple hop E to Europe or what it is. Probably not F2 at this time of the year. Anyway, you've got a good signal this evening. Good to hear you. KD6SOK, Cupertino, K6MYC in the Bozo Net.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Thanks very much. Yeah, do you know what time of the day that opening happened?
Well, probably from as early as 7 o'clock in the morning our time to about 10 in the morning is the peak times, over.
Got it. Okay. Maybe I'll listen around at that hour, 7 o'clock in the morning. But thank you for the information. That's great. Anyway, have a great evening, Mike. Good to hear you. Excellent signal tonight. So, 7-3, Mike, KD6, that's okay.
Yeah, you're very steady. No QSB tonight, Fred. So, good signal here. Who would have thunk it? KD6SOK, Cupertino 507. K6MYC, QRZ, Bozo Net, Bay Area. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, pretty good signal, and I'm not pointed at you, Mike, so we've got good conditions over your way tonight. What's new? Go ahead.
Yeah, nothing new to report. Other than we have good weather. It's still a little chilly, but warming up over.
Nothing new to report. Were you home to listen on 6 today? Were you home to listen on 6 meters today?
Yeah, 125 on the way.
Wow, I've lost you now. That's pretty much as I can point toward you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, did you listen to 6 meters today? Over. You've gone down in the noise, Mike. I can't quite pull you out now. I can't quite get what you're saying. So I don't know whether you heard my comment about 6 meters or not. 6 was open to the Bay Area today, to Europe. Between Europe and the Bay Area was open to today on 6 meters. Just wondered if you got any of that. Anyway, won't keep it. 7-3, Mike. 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, 7-3, Mike. WB6JNN. Go ahead, Jim. I'll peek on you. Go ahead. That's funny. Fred was in here solid, and you were just well-water weak. I heard you, but I haven't found you now. I've lost you. WB6JNN, longer transmission would help. K6MYC.
I'll give you some WB6J and Willie Baker 6 Julia, November. WB6J and San Jose. Tropo is okay to be between your altitude and Kent's altitude, but maybe not so much on this side of the valley. Of course, we do have mountain blocks, and only at about 200 feet of sea level, so difference, I think, in altitude of the front. If there's some on this side of the valley, that should be fully decreased to move around.
Not too good, Jim. I'm sorry about readability 3. I'm getting bits and pieces, but not much else. So readability 3, I could not peak you. I went back and forth for 10 degrees and saw no change for 10 degrees in azimuth. So the band is very dispersed. Signals are diffused and dispersed. So no propagation to your part of the Bay Area. Fred was in here very good, but that was it. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie came in for a moment and then faded out as well. So it doesn't look real good tonight again. Thank you, Jim. I'm sorry we're not doing better. We'll look for you tomorrow, of course, on 2 meters. WB6JNN, K6MYC, listening for a final.
Way off frequency, Hugo.
Yeah, way off frequency, Jim.
WB6J, so that's very good. A little later,
Okay, 73, Jim, 7373. And over to you, Jim, W6PQL. Maybe some Doppler in there, but it sounded like you were way low in frequency, over.
Yeah, I'm pointed due south, and we do get Doppler when I do that, but I can't copy you very well direct path. That's how it's working out tonight. I got Steve in Santa Barbara, brief contact on site, but stated that he needs the conditions are not good.
Okay, we got Steve in here, W6QIW. Got him. And number 52, thanks for filling that in. I know it's difficult copy for you. I'm moving the antenna back and forth, and I'm not getting any improvement at all, Jim. Over.
Roger.
Okay. Boy, the band is just does not want to come alive here, does it? 73s, we'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters, K6MYC Bozo Net, 1296. Ed or anybody else in here?
Yeah, WA6AXX, no traffic.
Well, you've got a good signal, strangely enough.
Well, line of sight helps.
W6BBS 72.
Okay, hang on a second, Frank. Okay, Ed, 773. WA6AXX and W6BBS. Good to hear you, Frank. You sound a little better than you did yesterday or the day before. Hopefully you're feeling a little better there. Ed, pick it up. I don't know if you heard Frank or not. If you didn't hear him, then he's probably not hearing you. But let's see. What's not a whole lot. Quite a debacle in the Stormy Daniels debacle thing, but that's not news. Anyway, WA6AXX with W6BBS, K6MYC, and the Bozo Net.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's a pretty strong case against them. I predict guilty, and when the guilty verdict comes in, I'm going to drink a beer. Go ahead.
Well, it's no case. Her testimony had nothing to do with what the case was about today. That's the part that a lot of people are missing. Has nothing to do with what they're claiming.
No, I understand. It's sort of indirectly. Anyway, they're building their case. Prosecution has not finished building their case. So if you look at it at any point along the way, it may not look like a solid case, but you judge it when they're done and after the defense gets to present their case. So it's the criminal justice system, and it's working, and the jury will use its wisdom to decide. So we can withhold judgment until then, but we can still have personal opinions. But anyway, if he gets convicted, I'm drinking a beer.
You should drink more than that, but don't hold the beer too tight.
I don't drink, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Very good. Frank, over to you. How are you feeling? W6BBS, are you copying Ed there? Over?
Oh, yeah, I hear Ed just fine, Mike. And just a quick check-in and to tell you that I will be there in the morning. So, and then I got things going on here, so I got to get back out of here. But I'll see you in the morning. K6MYC, W6BBS.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll see you in the morning then. That'll be fine. And sounds like you're feeling a lot better. You got through that pretty quickly. That's good news. I was afraid it would hang on you for a bit, but apparently you got through it nice. Good deal. W6BBS, get back to what you're doing. Say hi to Jen, and we'll be finishing here up in about a half an hour.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to admit that. Yeah, I'm a little plugged up, just a little slightly plugged up still. The throat feels a lot better, and I feel a lot better. I've recovered a lot. I must have ate a bag and a half of just tangerines or tangelos or whatever they were, just them by themselves, dosing on vitamin C, amongst other things. Over.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to do it. Real stuff never hurts. I'm going to go to Nevada because this is the window that we should be hearing Larry. So let me go to Nevada very quickly, and then we'll come back. anybody else in the Bay Area for the Bozo Net on 1296 before I go to Nevada quickly? K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to go to Nevada, then we'll come back. Haven't heard Larry for several days here on any band. So I want to give him all the opportunity I can to get through on the 1296 band here tonight. WN6N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7WT, K6MYC, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, calling N7WT and standing by. Over, Larry. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, calling and standing by. Over, Larry. I'm not hearing anything, including no CW. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, calling N7WT and standing by. Over. I'm not hearing a peep. Anything from you, Rob?
No, I can barely hear you.
You got something seriously wrong, Rob. You're not making any power here.
Yeah, either something wrong, but I mean, of course.
I can't even copy you pointed north, so something is seriously wrong. You're obviously not keying the amp up, or the amp isn't working or something. I don't know what's going on, but no worries. I can tell you're not hearing either. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango. Larry, where are you? K6MYC, over.
I turned you up, Mike, so I'm hearing you loud. I should probably be better, over.
Well, I'm hearing you now, but certainly not loud. I mean, you should be crushing me, and you're not.
Well, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm getting some deflection on the meter here. Looks like about 50, 60 watts at least, over.
Really? Wow. I mean, you're actually, hate to say it, but USY is louder than you are. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I can copy it now anyway, so that helped. Let me call Larry one more time, and then we'll give up on Larry. I don't know what's going on with Larry. He's been missing now for a week. Maybe I don't think 6 is open now, but I could be wrong.
It's not.
Yeah, you're crushing me, Aaron, and Rob is just barely in there. Over.
Oh yeah, and I'm just running 10 watts. I'm looking at your meter right now, and I'm 5 over to you.
Yeah, and you can hear Rob. He's just well water weak here.
Yeah, go plug the coax in, Rob.
Maybe he's hooked into the 2-meter antenna. Maybe when he got the amplifier back, he hooked up the wrong antenna.
Well, you would hope that the amp would kick out if that was the case. K6USY.
Yeah, I don't think that amp is this is a prototype from Ken, K6HCP, and I don't think Ken had that kick out circuit in that one, but I could be wrong. It was mainly just for RF circuitry improvements or optimization. So it's a breadboard unit, over.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, What do you say? Somebody said something in the background. Who was that? That's weird. Maybe I heard myself coming back. Okay. I'm going to get one more call, Larry. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. Over. Okay, not a peep from Larry. Let's go back to Oakley. 300 degrees here. Okay, there's 300 degrees. Let's see if we get anything from Ken this evening. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Q5, go ahead.
Yeah, good signal from you. Everybody's either really good or really poor tonight. It doesn't seem to be anything in between. Anyway, good to hear you. I'm sorry about last night. Your audio was just so difficult to copy. I wasn't getting much, but I'm in the Bluetooth tonight. I think I was in the Bluetooth last night, but I can't remember. But it was just garbled. But now you're clear as a bell, so sounds good tonight, Ken. Hopefully you had a good day. It was nice and warm here, mellow, I would say in the mid-70s, nothing more. Over.
Yeah, you took a big fade at the end there, Mike, off the QSP.
Really? It's about 600 watts going your way. That should be okay. I didn't move anything. And the bands may be just flaky. Are you not copying me, Ken? N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Where'd you go? Sorry, Ken, that was my fault again. I don't know how this is happening. The only thing I can think of is maybe my clipboard is touching the buttons to make it go to other modes. I was down at 270. Apologize. N6RO, K6MYC, is that better?
Yeah. Just before you came back loud, I just barely tell you were there. Not too much to report. I didn't solve my problem with the 6 meters yet, but I'll get on it one of these days. It's warming up here, high of 76 today, and it'll be too hot by the weekend, 90-something. We'll try to be on 432 tomorrow, N6RO.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll certainly make a point of listening for you, even if it's on the small one there. What's the, I couldn't tell what your problem was last night. Are you talking about the audio problem on 6, or was it an antenna problem?
Antenna problem. I couldn't access any of my high antennas, so I was on the JHV just to check in. And it's usually about a couple less units down from the high antennas.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was okay. I could hear you, but it was just distortion. So that was a combination of things. I didn't hear you that you say you could not access the upper antennas. That's how poor the copy was. Sorry about that. Okay, that makes sense. Well, yeah, fine on your temperature. It was probably very close to that same number here today. I don't know exactly. We did take a ride down to the creek. Judy drove down to the creek all by herself with me in the driver's, not in the driver's seat, in the passenger side, and she did really good. We went down and looked at the creek, a lot of water flowing through the creek still, and I showed her the ranch house where the Indians used to live. There used to be a whole Indian tribe lived near where the ranch house is next to me here. They have one big boulder that's about 30 feet long and 25 feet wide, and it's got 22 or 24 Indian grinding holes in there where the women sat there and grind up corn and acorns and stuff over.
interesting. Actually, riding around the property reminds me of my sister's place back in near Kansas City. She got 75 acres, and they ride around the property on a gator.
Yeah, same kind of a thing. This is a Polaris, but it's the same kind of machine, more or less. And yeah, we had fun. We went way off of my property. The neighbor's property that goes down to the creek is 2,300 acres, and then we riding in the conservancy area, which is another 560 acres. Well, we didn't traverse all of that, but we were on all those, so we covered a lot of acreage today.
Yeah, it's fun to ride around in the country. By the way, I didn't a lot of searching online trying to find out about Steve, and I ended up actually paying for one of the search engines. They told me everything except where he is or any of his condition. You know, I checked hospitalizations, arrests, you name it, a car accident, nothing turned up, so it's still a mystery.
Yeah, that's weird. That he would not have something on the air. I mean, I can understand him rebuilding the station or something, but you normally have something that remains functional, because he was easy copy on every band, even with his 10 watts here on 1296. He was very readable. So it's just very odd that he would drop out for now close to 2 months. I think it's been since he was in here. And I don't remember him saying that he was going anything. Maybe he got into Europe and decided either not to come home or they wouldn't let him come home, huh?
Well, that's what I was thinking. You know, I checked jail records and you name it. I got more information than I really cared about. I just wanted to know where he is and how he's doing.
Well, I appreciate, as all the members appreciate all your effort. My goodness, that's great. Sorry we didn't come up with anything, but at least you know where he isn't.
That's true. Well, I'll get on it a little bit more. I'm finally going to get my driver's license renewed tomorrow, so I can start getting around where I want to go. It expired 4 years ago. 7-3, we'll see you on 2 tomorrow, N6RO.
Yeah, I think you guys are only 10 miles apart. If you could, his address, you could drive over there in about 20 minutes, it sounds like, over.
Yeah, I could. I may do that.
Okay. Take care. Thanks for the effort, Ken. I really appreciate it. It's just got us all curious, me particularly. I mean, Steve was so reliable. And then just a complete dropout, it just doesn't make any sense. Maybe there's a good explanation, but I can't imagine what it would be. And I hope it's nothing serious. Anyway, thanks again for the help there. Anybody else is copying me? And at this direction, I'm pointed toward Clear Lake and Oakley, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, and the Bozo Net on 1296. Anybody else? Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to go back towards Sacramento. I may have a couple there. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Ken.
Sure.
Okay, N6RZJ. N6RZJ or KE6ILX or KW6T. Anybody on 1296 anywhere? I know Bill can't get on this band, and I don't know anybody else up there. N6RZJ. N6RZJ or KE6ILX. K6MYC looking for 1296 people in the Sacramento area. Over. About K6 Uniform Delta Echo there in Waterford. Anybody in Lodi or Stockton or Merced or any place like that has 1296. K6MYC.
KM6SRR.
Yeah, go ahead, Rom.
Okay, I've got Steve's address if you want it there. 1944 Seal Way in Discovery Bay.
Now, I think you could ask Ken if you're pointed his way if he's got it. I'm sure with all the stuff he did, he easily would have found Steve's address in the searches. Over.
didn't hear him before, so I probably can't make contact with him. Over.
I did not hear what you said. Speak slowly. You're very weak. I did not hear what you said, Rob. Repeat that again slowly. I did not hear what you said. Over.
Okay, I was adjusting my antenna, probably why I faded out, because I could barely hear you. I was trying to see if I could hear Ken. I didn't hear Ken earlier, so I doubt if I'll hear him. Over.
Yeah, well, Ken was loud, but you may not have had the antenna pointed right for him. He's running 300 or 400 watts there. Over.
Yeah, my station's going to pot here. I'm getting very discouraged because everything is not working like it used to. And this is the one where the antenna, I can't know where I'm pointing. It's off about 30 degrees or 35, 40 degrees. And it bounces around when I move it, so I don't know where I'm pointed. Over.
Yeah, no, I understand. I wasn't, I was just thinking that you might have been copying Ken. No worries, I'm pretty sure he has his address. I'm sure he would have asked if he didn't have the address, but that he did a massive search, and he looked at jails, he looked in other countries, jails, hospitals. He did a massive search for Steve and under his full name and all that. And we didn't find him. We know now where he is not. He's not in jail, and he's not in a hospital, at least as far as we can see. Over.
Roger. I hope you didn't go visit somebody in Russia, because they have a habit of keeping our American citizens there. Over.
Okay, something in a habit, but I didn't get it, Rob. Over.
I say, I hope he did not go over to Russia. They have a habit of keeping our American citizens there.
Yeah, if they're spies, or if they think they are. I don't think he could be accused of that, but not having a job and not working. He's retired. I think he's an older fella. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not getting any response from anybody here. A very short list this evening. It's not too bad. I guess we got about 17 people, but not terrible. And I guess we're just about done here. Is there anybody else that wants to check into the Bozo Net? I'm pointed towards Sacramento. I can go one more time to the Bay Area. Many people missing there. Over. I should go back to the Bay Area and see if we can get Mark in here. I thought Mark said he was going to be here at least this week. K22G and K6KLY should be in, and KB6BA has also got 1296. So there's 3 or 4 that are very notable missing. Over.
Roger, Mike. I did also find on the 736R the Vox light was on, and I found a spot where I was able to turn that off. I don't know if that makes any difference or not on my transmission. Over.
Yeah, I don't know. Aaron, are you listening to what Rob said? I couldn't get it.
Yeah, it sounded like he turned the Vox off or something, but yeah, Rob, that didn't make any difference.
Yeah, he's just putting out, maybe the mic gain's turned down for some reason. He says he's seeing meter movement. Is this on the watt meter? You're seeing the 60 or 70 watts going out, but boy, it's just not going into the air. Anyway, Rob's very frustrated with that. I just couldn't copy what he said on the last transmission. Anyway, Rob, if you can, I'm going to bring the antenna right around on you, and then I can find out what your plans are for Friday. Over.
Yeah, I was moving around, Mike. I think you asked me what my plans are for Friday. Over.
Here we go. Yeah, it's a club meeting Friday, right?
Yeah, Roger. I can take you down. I plan on going because I have to open the place up for everybody. Over.
Yeah, well, I was going to go down with Judy. If she doesn't feel like going, I may skip it. But I think she may want to go. I didn't get an answer one way or the other yet. But we weren't sure if you could take us, so I didn't push it. So let's see, it has to be open. What you have to be open by 7, don't you?
Yeah, I usually open it for the guys. They want to get there like Ken and set stuff up at 6:30 to 6:45. Over.
Yeah, Roger. That's not a problem. Okay, well, let me see what if Judy wants to go. I'd like to have her come, and then we could go out to dinner as we do normally afterwards. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I need to figure out how I can get down there in a vehicle with all three of us. Over.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had a limitation in the truck.
Well, it has seats for four, but the back seats aren't all that good. Over.
Well, I can ride back there if there's even a flat spot to sit. We can. It's not like we're going across the country.
Oh yeah, there's seats there and they're cushioned and everything. And if you move the front seat up, there's probably room in the back seat there. Over.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, well then we've got that under control. Over.
Yeah, I don't want to burden Ken with having to go up here and then back.
No, it's so easy for me because I almost go by you to go down there, so that makes more sense. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Your frequency has gone up again in frequency. Something's really going on with that radio. It's gone up to duck talk again. It's not terrible, but it's just not your voice at all. All the audio is completely changed in that radio. You don't sound at all like you normally do on 1296. You've never had the 9700 on here, have you?
Nope, I moved it up one here. No, I haven't. It's on the other side of my station, and I'd have to redo. I have no place to put the amplifier over there either, so that's kind of my issue. I need to redo my station, but right now I've got full steam on the fire protection here. Over.
Yeah, no, I understand. No, you went the wrong direction. You went up. You should have come down. You're really high pitched now.
Okay, that's usually where I hear everybody after the radio warms up is where I'm at right now. I adjusted it to here. Over. Yeah,
it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It just doesn't sound like your normal audio, and I don't know, maybe it's something in this radio I've touched here. Not to worry. Does he sound regular to you? You sound perfect to me, Aaron, so I'm just struggling with why his audio is so pinched.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been now that you're pointed at him, I'm watching the S meter on your mic, on your radio mic, and he's coming in at S9, but it doesn't sound like an S9 signal. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's so thin. It's pushing the meter up, but it doesn't have any body to the audio, so it's difficult to copy when he speaks quickly. I can copy now at that S9, but it's still not a pleasant conversational audio quality. And Rob, don't get discouraged. I'm just trying to be critical to help you. Something's changed, and we're just trying to figure out what it is. I'm not trying to downgrade your station or whatever, but when I hear differences that don't appear to be normal, I have to make a mention of it. I'm sure that if you take it in the right light, it's meant to be that way, just to help it. Something has changed there. Anyway, it's not a big deal at this point. Is there anybody else that wants to check into the Bozo Net? I'm beaming, where am I beaming? I'm beaming toward the Bay Area again. Late checks are missed, Bay Area.
When you're done there, Mike, I have a comment.
I think I'm hearing a voice way down in there. Try it again if there was a station that called. Try it again. I moved the antenna a little bit. K6MYC Bozo Net, looking right into San Jose. No, must have been imaginary. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, no, I don't take your comments wrong at all. Matter of fact, I kind of need that. It's a fact that my station's screwing up, and that's what's got me discouraged. Now, it could happen when I move that radio out to get this new radio in here and to have the amp worked on. I might have bumped the knob on the front of this radio, and I'm not an expert on this radio, so it could be screwed up somewhere or another. Over.
Yeah, I understand. Well, that's not a big deal. You won't have that too much longer, hopefully. All right, I know you're working on fire control right now, and you have to, because, boy, it's gone brown here. I was over at the ranch near me where there's a corral and where the Indian grinding holes are and all that stuff that I mentioned earlier. And by God, it's crispy brown. We walked through the weeds to get to the Indian grinding hole instead of driving up there because I didn't want to have Judy drive through, and she was afraid we'd start a fire with the Polaris. But those machines are protected. They don't have any way you can start a fire with them. The mufflers are way up high, and they got spark arresters and all kinds of other stuff on them. You couldn't make an ATV that was a fire hazard, or they would never sell them over.
Yep, that's the way I follow it, or think that it's the way it's done. So, yeah, I heard you talking about Judy actually drove you down there, so that's good.
Yeah, no, she's been driving 100% of the time. I think I drove the car today to just put it in the garage. We parked it in the driveway, and I got in it and drove it into the garage. That was my sum total of 20 feet, over.
Roger, well, congratulations. Does Judy have her own car there, or just yours, over?
No, Judy does not have a car, nor does she have a driver's license. Much like Ken, she let her driver's license expire a year or so ago. And she's really quite concerned about her ability to drive. She's afraid to drive in the Fresno traffic because she's used to San Andreas, which is, not freeways, not nothing up there. There's traffic, but it's not the kind of traffic that she's no four-lane highways or even roadways in San Andreas. So she doesn't have her confidence up for that. So she's not looking forward to driving. At first we thought we were. Now what's happening is her daughter's trying to move down close to us here in Madera and wants to be our driver. So that's in the plans, but that could be 4 to 6 or a month off for a year. And I really wish that we had wheels, but I'm going to have to live without them for a while. Anyway, that's the story. I'm going to get out of here, get in the house, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night on 2 meters. K6USY, and then over to Rob, K6MYC.
This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Oh, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Good evening, Paul. I wonder, do you have anybody else to check in from over there, over?
Sorry, Mike, K6NYC, and what little group here is this? This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar. Here is 5x2 to 5x3,
I started to move the antenna. I lost it. I heard you say 5x2, 5 and 3. But I guess you don't have any other check-ins, just yourself. So we've got you checked in, Paul. Thanks for coming in here. Let me just give one call. KT2G. Mark, are you around here before we shut the net? KT2G or KB6BA? K6MYC. Anybody around in the Bay Area?
Hey, I think you mentioned earlier it's your birthday. If it's your birthday, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. May 7 is my birthday, 1937.
Well, congratulations for making it this far, and you got a long way to go. So good for you. I hope you're doing well. K6MYC WA6AXX.
Yeah, well, I could do better, obviously. If I had eyesight, that would make me almost whole. I've got reasonable hearing because I have good hearing aids, but I'm still not perfect in the hearing, but I'm a lot better than I am in the vision. It's horrible to have 2 of your senses crapping out on you. The rest of me is in pretty good shape, but everything functions, but I can't do some things because of the eyesight, and that's getting worse and worse. That's why I'm not driving very much, even though I can. I want Judy to have the practice so she can take over and be confident and get to know the machine. She's getting to know the machine. She's doing pretty well. Every now and then I have to get her to turn right or a hard right, harder. But basically she's got it down under control. The machine is a little bit more agile than trucks and things that she's been driving in the past. This thing turns on a dime. You can make a U-turn in about 20 feet. And that's not the normal thing. Anyway, thanks for your nice wishes, Ed. I did get a call from my cousin in Seattle today. Bad news on her account. She's 13 years younger than me, but she fell in August believe it or not, in August of last year and broke her wrist, and she's still suffering. They put her in a cast for 3 months, and when she got the cast off, she couldn't move anything. Everything was frozen. She lost all the strength in her arms, and I don't know if they put her through rehab or what, but she's just having no end of trouble with this wrist, and it's barely getting back to halfway normal. So that was bad news. So she's very active. She's an archaeologist by profession, a PhD archaeologist, but she ends up working for other people. She works in a food bank in Seattle. Over.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, sorry to hear that. Falls are the worst thing. So I think you're in really good shape in terms of core strength, balance, and stuff. Of course, vision is, I'm sure, a serious problem. But yeah, so we all have to do what we can to avoid falling. That's kind of a downward. It can be a downward spiral as you get older. So sorry to hear that.
I don't know how she fell. We were in a. She was calling me on my cell phone, and without the Bluetooth on the cell phone, I wasn't hearing very good. She's got a real high-pitched woman voice, and God, just sounds horrible coming to the cell phone. It's just screechy. So I was really struggling to understand what she was saying, so I wasn't asking a lot of questions. I may call her tomorrow and get a little bit more detail on it. Anyway, thanks, Ed, and thanks for listening for others tonight. I guess we're done here. WA6AXX and the group K6MYC.
73.
And Rob, over to you for a final, and you can shoot it down to Aaron, and we'll wrap this thing unless there's somebody else. K6MYC Bozo Net, beaming the Bay Area.
Okay, Mike, I don't hear you on, but that doesn't mean a darn thing. Anyway, yeah, I forgot. Happy birthday. That's pretty good. You made another one there. You're going good there. Anyway, yeah, I got work to do on the station, but it's going to come along slow, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll say 73 is K6MYC, KM6SR, and Aaron, K6USY, KM6SR. 73 all.
Yeah, how are you doing with Daryl's? Are you getting yourself extricated, or do they keep hanging on to you because you can't get a good replacement for some of the stuff you know how to do?
Well, last week I think I got a solution to that, and I've got to train him. So I haven't mentioned it to my boss, but I think it would be acceptable, and I think it'd be a lot better for the company. So I talked to my guy I turned the department over to, because he's kind of in charge of that department. I want to make sure I do things with his blessing on stuff. And it's one of his guys that we just got from construction, and I think he'll do really well on it. He's real motivated. He's a smart guy from what he's already showed us. He's got a good work ethic, so I'm all for that. So maybe another month, and then I'll be gone.
Okay. Well, I'm not pushing you to get out of there, but I know you're overdue from your original date. It was sort of toward the end of this last year. And I know you want to get home and get a lot of stuff done, and you don't need to work to support yourself, I don't think. Between you and Candy, I guess you guys are pretty comfortable, so you would get through some of these issues a lot quicker if you could put 7 days a week in and 10 hours a day like I do. Over.
Yep, that's for sure. You got that right. No, we set up stuff pretty good. I've always been real frugal and worked hard and tried to take in good information, and we're set without any issues as far as doing whatever we want to do here without working. So it's just a matter of making sure, I've got a good pride on my job and what I created there and everything, and they've been good to me. I just want to make sure they're in good hands. Over.
Yeah, no, I understand, and that's a valid answer. All right, take care. We'll see you tomorrow, and we can fill in more details as I get more confirmation on whether we can make the meeting or not tomorrow, on Friday, I mean. WA6, okay, 6SR, over to you for a wrap, Aaron, K6USY with K6 Zulu Kilo Alpha in the background, K6MYC.
Very good, Mike. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to yell loud enough to get her out of her chair to come talking to the mic, but she is here, and she was wandered in and out of the room a couple times, so We'll catch you guys later on 2 meters tomorrow night, K6 US Flight, DMO6.
7-3.